Hello and welcome into this week's edition of The Pole Position right here on Racing News Now. As always, I'm your host, Garth Allen. Thank you once again for joining me today. If this is your first time catching a Racing News Now video, consider going down below and hitting that subscribe button and ringing the bell for notifications so you don't miss a thing going forward from RNN. On today's edition of The Pole Position, we have three races to look back on from this past weekend. Trucks and Cup were at the Talladega Superspeedway, and the K&N West was at All American Speedway in Roseville, California. So, given that we didn't have the normal truck rewind or K&N rewind yet, this is kind of your place to get caught up on those. If you didn't catch the Cup rewind yesterday, I kind of explained what happened this weekend. Just a lot of problems with Adobe Premiere, the video editing software that I use, and it was not a good weekend. So we do have a K&N rewind going up actually tonight. It may be up by now. I'm not sure. If it's not, it's going to go up here very soon with an exclusive winner interview. So you want to keep an eye out for that. But let's get on to the races for this weekend. First one was the trucks from Talladega, the Freight Auctions 250. 94 laps, 250 miles around the 2.66 mile Talladega Superspeedway in Talladega, Alabama. Timothy Peters takes the victory in this one, his third at Talladega for the most all-time in the truck series. Myatt Snyder came home in the second position. David Gilliland, running a one-off for Kyle Busch Motorsports in the 51 truck, came home in third. Justin Haley fourth, and Wendell Chavis with a strong top five run in his final NASCAR race. Stuart Friesen, Jordan Anderson, Brian Dowsa, Max Tullman, and Austin Hill rounded out the top 10. All right, so now let's take a trip all the way across the country out to Roseville, California, to the All American Speedway for the Toyota Napa Auto Care 200 for the K&N Pro Series West. 200 laps, 66.6 miles around the 0.333 mile oval out there on the West Coast. Cole Rouse picks up his first career K&N Pro Series West victory at the home race for team owner Bill McAnally. Ryan Partridge comes home with a strong second place finish. Derek Thorne, his teammate, comes home there in the third position. Nick Joannidis in fourth, and Travis Milburn rounded out the top five. Rest of your top 10 were Matt Levin, Haley Deegan, Taylor Canfield, Rich DeLong the third, and Takuma Koga picking up a top 10 finish at All American Speedway. All right, so one race remaining on the weekend. That was the 1000bulbs.com 500, 188 laps. And actually, we went 193 laps in this one, just a bit into overtime, 500 miles around the 2.66 mile Talladega Superspeedway, Talladega, Alabama, for the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series. Eric Almirola picks up his second career victory, his first for Stewart-Haas Racing. Outlasted his teammates in the fuel strategy at the end as Kurt Busch and Kevin Harvick both fell at the end of the race to the overtime, not having quite enough fuel to make it to the end. His teammate Clint Boyer, though, did manage to pick up a second place finish, so a 1-2 finish for Stewart-Haas Racing. Ricky Stenhouse with a strong third place finish. Denny Hamlin and Joey Logano rounded out the top five. Rest of your top 10 were AJ Allmendinger, Jimmy Johnson, Eric Jones, Paul Menard, and Regan Smith. All right, so that is everything for this weekend as F1 and ARCA had the weekend off. Both are back in action next weekend, though, as F1 comes to the United States, to Circuit of the Americas in Austin, Texas. And then ARCA is joining the Xfinity Series and the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series at the Kansas Speedway next weekend. So we got a lot to talk about next weekend. Hopefully we have these problems figured out by next weekend, the problems with Adobe Premiere. We will be at Kansas Speedway on Friday for the ARCA race. We do have some big things coming up for that. The schedule for the live video should already be up if you haven't seen it yet. So just a little bit of a teaser for what is to come on Friday, something that I know you are going to like. It will be a live video shortly after practice. We've got it scheduled for 1 o'clock. So if you can, be around for that, because that's something I know you're going to want to see, and something I know you're going to be excited about. So I'm excited about it, and I'm excited for you to find out about it, because it's something that's going to be really cool. I can guarantee you that. But like I said, we should have a K&N West rewind going up a little bit later tonight. We do have an exclusive winter interview with Cole Rouse to talk about his first career K&N West Series victory. That didn't happen until today. That's why we didn't go ahead and put up the rewind yesterday. We wanted to make the interview part of the rewind show, so that if that's not already up by now, it will be up here shortly. So keep an eye out for that. If you're not already subscribed, go down below, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications. That way you know when all this comes out, and you're ready to go when we have all of our exciting things happening at Kansas Speedway on Friday, and all of our exciting stuff as we get into the off season. We're getting close to being able to actually announce what we're doing over the off season, and it is some stuff I know you're going to like. Like, this stuff from Kansas Speedway is just the tip of the iceberg. Like, this stuff over the off season, I can't describe to you how excited I am about this, because it's stuff I know you are going to like and you're going to be excited about. So just be ready for that. We're not just going to disappear into the off season and wait for February to come back around for racing to start back up again. Oh no. We're going to hit things hard in the off season, and the off season is going to be really cool around here on our end. So keep an eye out for that as we get closer to that. That way we can start announcing that stuff. So like I said, if you haven't done it already, go down below, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications, and hit that big thumbs up button if you like the video. It is much appreciated when you do. So with that, this has been the Pole Position, where you always start on the front row. I'm Garth Allen for Racing News Now.